Good morning. How's it going? Happy day before Valentine's Day. I guess it's Galentine's Day. I actually had never really heard of that because I don't watch Parks and Rec, so it's a first for me. But whether you celebrate your gals or your guys, happy. So I'm excited about our look today. I already started with I already did this side of my face. So if you can look, this side is done. You can notice the foundation. I did some contouring, a little bit of blush. This side, broken capillaries. I got a couple of, sorry, everything's backwards. Couple of red marks here from, who knows, old lady red marks. I got some marks here. See all my gray? People don't believe me when I tell them that I'm almost all gray. So it's about time to do my roots. But let's jump in. And if you're here, hi Julie, just let me know that you've showed up. So we are doing this look here using all pinks and reds. And you say reds, what is red in our shadow palette? We don't have a red. And if you don't know by now, or if you haven't seen it, I'm going to pin this back so you can see. Reds on eyes are all the rage. So we're going to use Cherry Blush Scents, which is kind of fun. We're going to use this to mix with our shadows to get that red look. And I think it'll be good. So I'm going to finish getting my face done, this other side of my face. Wait, did I do this side? This side. Oh my gosh, everything's backwards. Hi, Stephanie. So I'm going to start with that was the wrong thing, but I'll do it anyways. What I did on this side already is I did Silk, and I did my color correcting tinted moisturizer, and then I did cream beige. Yeah, just one half of my face because I didn't have a lot of time today, and I know you guys don't want to watch me for forever while I do my face. So I've already got Silk on this side. I'm just going to start putting my foundation on. And I love these brushes. I wasn't quite sure how I feel about them. This is a Synergens brush. If you want one, I can order them for you. This brush is the best for putting on our foundations. Love, love, love. It's a stippling brush. So there's inner hairs, and then there's like outer hairs that poke out. There, it focused for a minute. And it just covers so nicely. Normally when I do my tinted moisturizer, I do one full pump to cover my face. If I'm going to do foundation, I usually only use a half a pump because I don't have a whole lot that I need to cover as far as blemishes or aging spots yet, but they are there. So if you can see now, I've got my foundation on this side. No, this side. Never gonna get this right. This side. And let me put this back here. You can see just by adding a little bit of color, it really, makes me, from going to look like a ghost to actually having a little bit of color, makes a big difference. So remember that the contouring and blushing is very, very important. It's very important. This is what I use to put my foundation on. I just do a half a pump on my hand and stipple it on there and just kind of put it where I need it. Don't forget your nose holes. That's something I learned. Because we do, as ladies, we get lots of broken capillaries around our nose. Nobody wants to see that. You know what else I forgot already? My concealer. So our new concealers are delicious. Not really delicious, but they are so creamy and smooth, and they cover things up like nobody's business. I love them. I did have a couple of little zits up here, so I'm just going to go over that. So this is really a preference for you guys. Either you like to do it before you put on your foundation, or you want to do it after. To me, it doesn't really matter as long as it blends and looks nice. Sometimes I'll do it before, and I find that when I'm stippling and stuff, it can take off a little bit of my foundation. So a lot of times I will go in after. So I didn't have a lot to cover up, but this comes in light, medium, and dark. And if you're even fairer than this color, you can mix a little bit of our white concealer to make it lighter. And that's great for underneath your eyes anyways, just to kind of highlight that area. So our concealers are wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to move right into blush. And today I'm doing lots of blending, and I'm going to try to match what I had done on this side of my face. I actually used, I don't have it here. It's over here. One second. Okay, so any of our blushes can be lightened with our white concealer. I love this stuff. I use it with our shadows, with our blushes, but I used Pink Berry blush, which you look at this, somebody said to me the other night that it looked like it was from the 80s, and I thought about it and I'm like, it kind of does, but it's really pretty on. But like I said, you want to make sure that you just use the minimal amount because it's so potent. That's not the right word, pigmented. So I will just put a little bit on my hand, okay? And I'm obviously going to use more white than I would the pink. Hi, Kristen. And I'm just going to blend until I get the desired color. Where are we here? It's hard to do this when everything's backwards. So I went for kind of a paler pink. See if I can kind of match. I feel like it was kind of like that color. And there's a couple ways that you can do this. Oh, this side. I usually will just tap it on with my finger to put it where I want it, and then I will go in with my blush brush. So I kind of like this one. It's on an angle. This is another Senegence brush. I'm really impressed with these brushes. And I will just pat it into where I want it and then blend up into your hairline. So remember, you don't want to go any farther than 2 fingers of your nose, okay? So if you bring it in too far, it's going to look funny. So don't do that. And blend, blend, blend. Everything, you always want to blend it out. So I love that. It's just like perfect little angle to get right there in that cheekbone. So, all right, that was Pink Berry and white, or white concealer. And then I'll just go in with our powder. I love our powders, and I learned something new. Some brushes. Oh yeah, gotta have brushes. So this is what I learned at our training. I knew that you needed to poke a hole in the sponge for our powders, but I wasn't quite sure how to get a lot of powder out because I kind of had problems with it. So you actually take it and you will tap it, and all the color will kind of go into the lid, and that has prepped your brush. So you will have plenty of color. So I've told you guys this before, but if you're new, you're just going to go right underneath that blush line, okay, right here. Remember, it should kind of be like a 3, and right here. I typically like to do some right here. I have a crooked nose, and I need to figure out how to make it look less crooked. And then I will go in with a brush and just kind of blend those areas. You don't want it to look, you know, you don't want it to look like you put contour there. I like a natural look. I guess some people do like that really chiseled out look, but I figure I don't really like that. And then I'm going to go all over with my translucent powder. Again, it's just you tap, and it should be prepped, and then you'll see my little cloud. And this just sets it for longer wear. Now, when I say that it'll last all day, I'm not joking. Your colors will look almost as vibrant as they did when you first put them on. Our cosmetic line, clear from the lip sense all the way up to our skincare line, but the cosmetic line specifically is made to last a long time on your face. It's not made to come off. I do not have oily skin, so I haven't been able to compare with somebody who has more of an oily skin type. I was going to say tone, and I knew that wasn't right. So if you ever want to volunteer a face to come over and let me try it on you and see how it does. Our products don't have oil in them, which is really nice. Non-comedogenic, so it doesn't clog your pores. And when you put on our foundations, it's very weightless. When I used to wear foundation back in high school, I switched to minerals after that. I always felt like I was wearing like a mask on my face. This is very, very weightless. Okay, so moving on to the fun part, the eye. As you can see, I started a little darker here and then went in with a little shimmer and then a little more shimmer because I really like shimmer. And I hope you can be a little patient with me because this takes some mixing. So I'm going to start out with my Sandstone Pearl. Now I use Sandstone Pearl or Candlelight a lot to use as a concealer. I use it to prep my lids before I put on any sort of shadow. Sometimes if I don't have time to actually do my eyes, I'll just wear it by itself, so at least it looks like it's they're not real veiny. It just evens out that whole area. Oh, I also need to do my eyebrow. So in the past, I've always used, what have I always used? I have always used Mocha Java, but somebody told me that they use smoked topaz on their eyes. Where's my eyebrow one? And I use smoked topaz, and I think it blends better. It's less orangey browny, which Mocha Java is not orange, but on my eyebrows, compared to my eyebrow hair, it does have a little bit of an orangier look. So let's do it. Another Senegence brush, love it. This has got a little angle. You can use it for your brows. You can use it for your liner. You can use it, hi Allison. You could just use it anywhere if you wanted to go in with a little detail underneath your eye, which is what I did right here. You can use it there. So smoked topaz on my brows. Now the key to your brows, let's talk about brows for a minute, because as I've been doing makeovers on some of the girls, several of them have not been taking care of their eyebrows. And I'm not going to name any names, of course, but that is a huge thing. If you don't do anything else to your face, at least get your eyebrows waxed. And the reason that is because your eyebrows are the frame to your gorgeous eyes. If you keep them, you know, super thick and unruly, it's just too much. This will actually draw attention to your greatest feature, which is your eyes, and it makes a huge difference to the frame of your face. And eyebrow waxing is not expensive. The most I have ever paid is $12. So if you're paying more than that, go someplace else. Go someplace that is not going to overwax. There you go, easy as that. And this will last all day. They will not smudge. Yeah, it's great. So that was smoked topaz, which I'm really, really happy with. On to the eyes, let's do it. So this outer corner is actually our Cherry Blush Scents, which this was the only color in stock when I first signed up to be a distributor. And so this is the only color of blush I ever wore. It looks crazy, but it's not, because you blend it, blend it, blend it. So you're going to start off, this is just like a little mixing palette. You're going to start off with a dot of cherry. I'm going to do this here for later too. And this is the fun part. You get to mix the color that you really, really want. And this is also going to be a test for me to see if I can get kind of the same color that I had before. So I'm just going to use one of these disposable things. So I'm mixing here. You can do this on wax paper. You know, you don't need anything fancy. You can do this on wax paper. I think that's still a little too dark. Parchment paper. Shoot, I do it on the top of my foundation. So anywhere that you can wipe off and restart if you need to, it's totally fine. So this is what I did. I mixed till I got the color that I thought would look good. And this cleans up really easy if you have plastic with alcohol. So it comes off pretty easy. Now you want to remember to not overdo it, right? You're going to start off and then you're going to blend. Where's my blending brush? And it seems scary, right? Like, who wears that color on their eyes? Apparently a lot of people these days. And you're just going to blend it out. See how pretty that blends? Like, you put it on and you think, oh goodness. No, I got to make sure that I do my eyes the same. And I'll just keep adding color until I get it to where I want it. Blend some more. Because remember, it's layerable. Sometimes I will do both and then I'll go back to the other eye while this one is kind of setting up and then go back over with another layer. That looks pretty good to me. So this was cherry and onyx. Okay, now for the center part, we are going to do, I know, isn't that pretty? We're going to do rose gold shimmer, our new rose gold shimmer, and cherry blush scents. Now, I would have never thought of putting these two together. And this color is fabulous. Everybody needs a rose gold shimmer. It's a limited edition color, so once they're gone, they're gone. So get in on it if you can. This has just a little bit of glitter. In fact, it can go all over the place if you're not careful. And this is, I just love that we can mix our colors. I think it's so fun. Okay, so I put a little bit on my next palette. It's going to be less red and more of the gold. I got way too much red, but this makes me feel like I'm in elementary school. Mixing colors of paint. Now I sound like Bob Ross. Pretty little trees. No, just kidding. You need one of what, Allison? Okay, so now we're going to go kind of in this middle section. And I am going to use a different brush because I don't want them to get mucky, if that's even a word. So, okay. If you're talking about one of these palettes, Allison, I'm going to talk about them at team training on Thursday, but remember, you can use wax paper and parchment paper. Okay, see how it just has that little bit of glitter? Ooh, that could have been horrible. Are we still going? Okay, good. And make sure you blend, blend, blend. You don't want any harsh, you don't want to know where you've started and ended, okay? I might just go in with a little bit more of this because I love it. I'm going to put a little more in here too. Blending is your friend. All right. So see that? Now, we're going to add in the pink, which is going to make it really pop. So Pink Opal Shimmer is my favorite pink. If you don't like sparkles, I don't even know. You missed them all, Rach? You are going to have to watch. Isn't that pretty? Look. Okay, so Pink Opal Shimmer. My favorite pink. It's just, you can use it for highlighting your cheekbones, your nose, your Cupid's bow, but it's like the perfect little oomph for your inner eye. Sometimes I'll wear this all by itself if I don't have time. So I would put it right here, and I literally, like, it's a glob, because I want it to blend really well into that other color, but be more white towards my the very, very corner. So I'm using the same brush because I'm blending it into that rose gold. Okay, so I blended it in just a little bit, and then I'm going to take a smaller brush and go into the corner. So it's lighter in the corner, and then it spreads into the middle of your eye. Can y'all see? I have eyelash extensions, probably for another month or so, and then I might take a break. Because when allergy season starts, I can't do them. But I love them because I don't ever have to put on mascara or anything like that. Okay, then I'm just going to go in with Pink Frost, which is a matte. There's no shimmer. And I'm just going to highlight under your brow bone a little bit right in here. Am I looking lopsided? Are they even? So I'm just taking a skinny brush, just putting a little bit on. Remember, blend, blend, blend. Ooh, that's a little much. I'm lightening it under my eye. And I'll take my blending brush again. It's just a little fluffy brush. It doesn't have too much product on it, so you can use it to blend. I'm going to add a little bit here. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in just a little bit of red, a little bit of the first color that I used, and then a little bit of onyx, just to give you a little bit of color under your eye. And I'll just use a skinny brush for that again. In fact, the one that I used for my eyebrows. You don't want a lot. And you only bring it over about a third of the way. Okay. And then just a little bit of onyx. Hi, Sissy. Use the Lash Extend. That stuff works like wonders. It took about 2 weeks. And once my falsies are off, they're not falsies, but extensions are off, I'll be using it again. But I don't use it when I have the extensions on. All right, do they look balanced? Okay, I'll close so you can see. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to go in with my eyeliner, and I love these eyeliners. We now have them in black, brown, black, and then the glitters. The glitters are my favorite. They have the tiniest little brushes. These are waterproof, ladies, so once they're on, they're on. I can't tell you how many eyes I've ruined trying to do a really good liner. So I'm still not the best at it, but that's okay. Okay. So The trick to this for me, because I do have hooded eyes, is I kind of have to leave this one partially closed until it dries. So you can see there's just a little bit of glitter. It comes in a black glitter, kind of a goldy glitter, and a blue, which I have not tried yet, but Starry Sky, is that what I'm wearing? Yeah. I always think the blue one should be Starry Sky, but it's not. Okay, so there is the eye look, the finished eye look. And now we're going to put on our lips, and then we're done. I hope it's dry. So because I put on all that foundation and stuff, I am going to clean my lips with witch hazel. But like I said, this isn't something that you do every day. It can dry out your lips. We don't want that. Yeah, the glitter ones are so fun. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm doing the same colors that I did in that picture that I posted. It was Goddess and Apple Cider mixed together, pre-mixed, and then Pearl Gloss over the top. So let's do that and see how it turns out. It's always good to get a refresher on how to do lip scents. I can get lazy. So make sure you shake it up really well. It does make a big difference on how it goes on, the pigment of the color. And if you want any of these little cute rings to mix your color in, just let me know and I can get you a couple. And I actually reuse them. You can always use wax paper too. So let's see. Apple cider hasn't been opened in a while, obviously. Okay. Apple cider is a matte. Oh, both of these are mattes. Apple cider and Goddess are both mattes. Apple cider is tricky to apply. You either master it or you don't. Kind of like First Love. First Love is tricky. But once you get it, it's so pretty. Apple cider is also a great color to layer and mix with. So if you're scared of like applying it by itself. Goddess is my favorite pink. It actually looks great like as an everyday color on me. So I wear it quite a bit. That or pink champagne. Sorry, this is taking forever. I want to make sure I have enough here. Okay. Okay, so the color is in there. I just need to get a little applicator here. And I'm going to mix it up. I hope it's enough color, otherwise I'll have some weird looking lips. And this should be pretty. Okay, here goes nothing. Remember to keep your lips open. We should play a game where you try to decide what I'm saying. Oh. First coat. Pretty. And it dries fast. You know, you don't need to wait forever. Okay. I always start in the middle. It's pretty, huh? I hate the faces I make when I put on color, but This is pretty. Oh, I don't like my crooked lips. Okay. So now I'm gonna let that dry for just a sec, and we're gonna put Pearl over the top. Yeah, you put something in your mouth, stretch your lips out, and you try to guess what they're saying. We played that at in Costa Rica at Christmas time, and we slobbered all over the place. It was gross. All right, you don't have to shake the glass. I don't know why I was doing that. Pearl. Hair. All right. There it is. A Valentine's Day look. I love it. I love the way it turned out. So I'll just go over the products really quickly. Started off with my foundation, obviously, and then I did pink berry and white concealer for the blush. Okay. For my eyes, I used cherry and onyx mixed. That was the outer corner. Then I did cherry and rose, not rose. Yeah, rose gold shimmer. It's our new color. Love, love, love it. That's in the center. Remember, blending is your friend. Pink opal shimmer in the inner corner, blended into the rose gold. And then I used pink frost to kind of touch underneath and right here to make it more pronounced under my brow bone. And then I went in with my red and my onyx underneath. That was it. So, thanks for getting ready with me. I've got a crazy rest of the day. But now I'm all ready to go. So, if you have any questions, let me know. And if you are watching this after, just wanted to show you really quickly my awesome Girls Night special this month. A beauty blender. These blenders are awesome. Great for your foundations, your blushes, whatever you want to blend. Love, love, love. Oil absorbent sheets. I think there's like, I don't know how many in there, but quite a few. So if you are a little shiny when you're out and about, you can just take one of those out of your purse, tap it, and so you have more of a matte look. And then one of my favorite products, the Pearlizer, which I use as a highlighter for my upper cheekbones. I'll use it on my lips, my forehead. You can use it just as straight eyeshadow. Speaking of which, I feel like this needs a little bit of that, so I'm going to put some on right now. I'll just put it right here. Oh yeah, it did. It needed some. Just a little bit of highlight. There we go. Can you see just that glow right here? Isn't that pretty? So that comes for anybody that wants to schedule I always call it a show, but a girls' night for over the next, let's see, by the end of March. So anyways, have a good rest of your day and hope you have a lovely Valentine's or Galentine's, and I will see you soon. Bye.